All right, welcome back. So in the last episode, we looked at using the Green Unicorn on our DigitalOcean box. In fact, let's go back to DigitalOcean right now. Let's log back in. Log back in. And we've got our box over here. So we're going to do two things today. One is we're going to handle this IP address thing, which is a little bit annoying. So we know that we can go back to, we can go back to that guy over there. We can run our application under Green Unicorn, et cetera, but we want to have a name for this. And you can, of course, go and register a domain name. And I own a bunch of them. Personal ones like Zemansky.net, my nonprofit csty.org, various other ones. But you may not want to do that if you're just kind of messing around. You just want something a little bit easier to remember than, in this case, 104, 139, 131, 45, 244. And so what we're going to do, oops, let's reset that to the default. I wanted to make this guy bigger. So there's this really cool site here, which is freedns, afraid.org. It's really cool, and it basically, there are some premium services, but there's also a free service. And what it does is, people can register domains and let them use subdomains of it or parts of the domain for their own DNS purposes. So domains itself, that's for premium stuff, I guess. You can register a domain, but we're going to look at a subdomain here. So I just clicked on subdomain, and let me actually log out. So when I click on subdomain, it's going to ask me to log in, which I'll do, and you should definitely make an account if you don't have one. And under the basic free plan, if you don't use your account for like 6 months or so, it sets it to inactive. So I'm going to add a domain. And you've got all these choices like chickenkiller.com, crabdance.com, many more available. We can click on that. You can read this. They've changed it a little bit from when I used this before. So let's just use one of the ones that are selected there. And let's go, why don't we use Flask demo. And let's go with crabdance.com. And the IP address we're going to use for this is, let's copy this guy. And let's paste this guy. And let's do that NYQZ, and that should be it. Now this is going to take a little bit of time to go, but let's log off of our machine here, and let's go to SSH to flaskdemo.crabdance.com, and I'm on my machine. So now I have a domain name. So if I now go ahead and I do my source, Flask demo or Flask environment bin activate, and then I go into my demo project and I do my let's just run this under app.py for now, for the under the development server. And now if I go to Flask demo.crabdance.com :8000, because I need port 8000 for my Flask application, and there we have it. We are now running our application, and we don't have to deal with remembering the IP address. All we have to do is remember the colon and then the port number we're using, or tell our friends the port number, which is still much easier. And then you can get rid of this whenever you want. So that's a really nice service they have. I check them out. Yeah, I love it. It's much easier than actually managing domains for a class, or if you just want to have a name temporarily until you can register a domain. That's really cool. So the last thing I want to talk about for today, or the other thing, is how can you work on your machine, or how can you modify your project easily remotely? And so we're going to break out of this, and of course I can go in Emacs. I can modify this. I can make a directory called templates, cd templates, Emacs, index HTML, and like h1 This is our template. And then edit Emacs app.py, and I'll import render template. Can't spell that. And then we will return render template index.html and save that. And okay, great. But I'm not getting all the niceties I have of my own Emacs install, and I don't really want to install that here. Or if I use Sublime Text or Atom or a graphical editor, that really is kind of annoying. And here's how we can kind of work around that. There's a really cool package. Now, if you're using Emacs, you actually don't have to do anything. You can just use Emacs's tramp mode to remotely edit the file. But let's suppose that I don't want to do that. I want to show a little bit more of a universal solution. Well, we of course can develop the program locally, and then archive it up and transfer it up, or we can use. Normally what we'd really use is we'd probably develop it and keep it up on GitHub or something like that and pull it down. But if you do want to edit something directly on the box, there's a really nice package called sshfs. And you can install it on a Linux machine by going apt-get install or sudo apt-get install sshfs. And I already have it installed, so I'm not going to do it right now. And this lets you mount a file system using SSH. So it's already installed here, so I don't have to install it. So let's say I can make a directory called Flask demo. And I can now say sshfs, and I want to mount flaskdemo.crabdance.com, the machine, and then the directory. So I'm going to, let's break out of this. This is Home Zemansky Demo Project 1, Home Zemansky Demo Project 1, and we'll mount that to Flask Demo. Maybe I don't have it installed here. So let's do sudo apt-get install sshfs. Let me turn off the keys. I will turn back on the keys. Now, didn't ask me for a password because I already have the key set up. But now if I go into Flask Demo, and let's Emacs templates index.html, I get my Emacs. Make that a little bit bigger so it's a little bit easier to see, make it even bigger than that. And I can say H2, I edited this on my home machine. All right, it automatically closed that. So before I save that, I'm going to click over here, and we're going to look at templates, index template, and it hasn't been changed. But now if I save this, and that's just like email stuff coming up, because that's what I use anymore. Notice that it is now changed, even though I edited it here on this machine, on the local machine. And now I can exit here, and of course I could have been running app.py this whole time if I wanted to. Okay, I misspelled edited. But sshfs, nice function, nice tool. I can, if I'm done with this, I can view mount Flask demo. Where am I? -u. So I'll just leave it there for now. Actually, let me look. fusermount -u mount point. fusermount -u Flask demo, and it is unmounted. Oh well, it is unmounted. So how long has this been going? I want to keep the lengths reasonable. about 10 minutes, so that's good. Anyway, so sshfs, an easy way to mount a remote file system. freedns.org, nice way to register a domain name. This lets you modify stuff on your DigitalOcean box using your local tools. Really, really nice set of tools. That's it for now, and I'm hoping that you guys find this useful. Okay, bye-bye.